Coming up, uncover hidden gems and one-of-a-kind finds at a bustling local vendor market. See a business all about quality, comfort, and making sure you find the perfect cart for work or leisure. Learn about a fast-growing local franchise where clean homes and community care go hand in hand. From basements to crawl spaces, sit down with one of the experts keeping homes safe, dry, and standing strong. Meet a local plumbing team that's been keeping things flowing smoothly for over 70 years and still going strong. From storm protection to solid craftsmanship, this local business is raising the standard one roof at a time. Meet the business owner committed to keeping homes in top shape with dependable, thorough maintenance solutions.
Looking for a unique shopping experience, Bazaar on South College Road offers a variety of handmade jewelry, stylish home decor, and unique gifts you won't find anywhere else. Let's meet one of their managers, Eddie Broussard, and find out what makes this place so unique. From estate jewelry to vintage finds, you really do have something for everyone here in the store. Tell me about what inspired you to open this place.
Yeah, we saw an opportunity to bring together a lot of local merchants, small business owners, artists, food, everything under one roof. We wanted a space, a curated marketplace where we could, create for people to come and shop and hang out and be together with friends. And we're really proud of what we created.
Well, tell me about what kind of vendors that you have in here. Like, what can people expect to find in this place?
Yeah, I'd say, if you can't find it here, you're not going to find it, because we have something for everyone, from artists, portrait artists, watercolor, people that create using shells, just everything you can imagine, jewelry, clothing, boutique items, food, everything that you can imagine under one roof, and just it's a fun place to shop. Yeah.
And speaking of vendors, you were telling me that you have vendor space for everyone, from a shelf to one of these large booths.
Yes. We have, a lot of times people will come in and they want to start small. This is something that they're just starting out with. So they maybe want a smaller space. We have others who have done this, who have, larger collections that they want a larger space to showcase their work. This is one of our local vendors who she does yard art. Her name's Crazy Nancy, and she just is so whimsical and creative with what she does. Vendors love her, customers love her, so she's a favorite around here.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know what you're going to find from yard art, like you said, handmade pajamas, one of a kind that you won't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
I saw some unique home decor, gift ideas. There really isn't anything else like this in Wilmington.
Yeah.
Eddie, you said this place was expansive, but the one thing I was not expecting to see in this store is furniture.
Yes, a lot of people tell us that. They come here looking for gifts and items and art, but they don't think about furniture. We have a great selection of furniture. We have a lot of vendors that sell furniture. This happens to be one of our biggest furniture vendors. Her name's Hannah. This is Hannah's Cottage. She does each of these pieces of furniture herself. She paints them. She creates them, and then she shows our customers ways that they can recreate the look in their home. So all of these items are for sale, in addition to the furniture. But yeah, we have other vendors that sell furniture as well, and it's a great place to come and find that one-of-a-kind piece that is different than what you're going to find in the big box furniture stores, and also at a fraction of the cost. It's a great place to buy furniture.
Well, speaking of customers, what's the response been like from the community?
Oh, it's been great. We've had every customer that comes in here, it feels like, tells us how much they love their shopping experience. We have a really nice staff as well that will shop and help you find that one-of-a-kind gift or something that you need for your house. They'll work with you until you find it. They tell us they appreciate that. They tell us that they just really love the experience that they have here. A lot of times we'll see people come back and bring a friend, bring their sister, or bring their daughter and shop with them. It's a place where girlfriends like to come and shop together. And we appreciate that, and we have fun with it.
One last thing we want our viewers to know about are your monthly events.
Yes, we have events every month. They're a lot of fun. Our most popular are our Ladies Sip and Shop events that we have. You can find out more about our events at our Facebook or Instagram.
Eddie, this has been super fun. You've got to come see this place for yourself. There really is something for everyone here. And if you want to be a vendor, Eddie says they have some spots available, so reach out to him. We'll see you next time on Welcome Home. We are well past the days of golf carts being used for just golfing. The increased demand for street-legal electric golf carts is exactly what landed Icon Golf Cars here at the intersection of College and Oleander, where you can find high-end golf cars at affordable prices for a sustainable way to get around any neighborhood. I'm here with Icon Golf Cars owner Ty Gaddis Jr. Ty, you and your dad have been in the golf cart industry for decades. Tell me about the Icon brand.
Yes, so Icon Golf Carts is a U.S. company. So we have 3 factories in the USA. Huntersville, North Carolina is the closest, and then Tampa, Florida. All of the golf carts can be street legal. They all have 3-year warranties, bumper to bumper, and then our batteries have an 8-year warranty, 10 to 12-year battery life.
Let's talk about the fun stuff, the add-ons, and what makes them street legal.
Yeah, so for add-ons, we can do really cool stuff like light kits, sound bars, subwoofers, custom rims. We also have custom seats that are cool touch material, so they won't get hot in the sun. And then you can embroider them, pick your color, your stitch pattern. So those are really fun. For DOT, you have to have a DOT windshield wiper, lighted license plate holder, as well as a rear view mirror. And then all golf carts, all LSVs must go 20 to 25 miles an hour and have a 17-digit VIN.
Well, one of the biggest parts of having a golf cart is servicing that golf cart. So tell us about service and parts that you offer.
Yeah, so all of our carts have a 3-year warranty from the manufacturer. So Icon covers parts. And then for service, all of our techs are mobile. So we come to you, we're handling everything in your driveway as opposed to trailering your car back to our shop, having it for a couple days and getting it back. So it's way more convenient for our customers.
Well, tell us about the new models coming out. Are you doing pre-orders on those?
Yeah, so we have the new FX line coming out. So what's currently in stock is the FX40 that released in October of last year. And then come September, we'll have a 2-seater version and a 6-seater version, but it's truly the best driving golf cart on the market.
So what makes these new models so great?
Yeah, so the FX in particular, it has a McPherson style front end, so it's similar to a car. It drives like a car. It has 14-inch rims with steel belted tires, again, which is what is on your car. And then also the rear end. So Epic and Icons did a really good job designing that suspension, and so it feels like a car.
And as these are street legal, does that mean they are safe to drive on the road?
Yes, all golf carts have a seatbelt on every seat. The FX model in particular has 3-point seatbelts. They all have 4-wheel disc brakes, so when you're out sharing the road with cars, you can stop safely if needed. Yes, and then also the FX has a sport mode, and so if you're trying to pull out in traffic or you need a little bit extra speed, you do have that option in that cart.
All right, well, thank you so much. If you're in the market for a new golf cart, or you just want to check out golf carts, or you just want to drive one, Icon Golf Cars are located on College and Oleander, right across from Jimbo's in the old Rex & Sons RV space. They do 0% financing. Come drive a golf cart today. We'll see you next time. Hi there, I'm Christina, and I'm with the team members of the Maids of Wilmington. They are a trusted cleaning service that's providing happier, healthier, and clean spaces for businesses and families right here in our community. Dinah, you've been with the company for quite a while. Obviously, you love your job. What would you say sets the Maids of Wilmington apart from all the other cleaning services?
Well, we have a unique 22-step cleaning process. We work in teams of 4 or 3 people. We use eco-friendly cleaning products that are safe for your pets and kids. We use HEPA backpacks. We even have a partnership with Mr. Clean and Magic Eraser.
So tell me about the services you offer for businesses and homeowners.
Well, we offer recurring cleanings, weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly, move-ins, move-out, deep cleanings for seasonal holidays, and for people that don't want it weekly, we offer customized cleanings for bathrooms, kitchens, or high traffic areas. We also offer packages. One is the ultimate, which is the whole house, and the essential, which you pick 5 rooms.
John, one of the most important things when it comes to cleaning services is consistency. What do you do to make sure that things are consistent?
So we have a team leader that inspects the teamwork, and we have 3 or 4 team members that are doing each of the different functions. So like doing kitchens, baths, dusting, and vacuum, and the team leader goes around and checks that. We also do background checks of all of our team members, and of course we train them to keep the consistency up.
Well, the Maids has locations all over the state of North Carolina, specifically for the Maids of Wilmington. What do you think is the reason your customers keep coming back?
Well, Christina, we wow customers. We basically have a professionally trained team that are bonded, licensed, and insured. We offer a 100% guarantee. So if you call us within 24 hours, we'll come back and make it right. And so we also use very specialized eco-friendly products that are environmentally friendly. And the partnership we have with Procter & Gamble and Mr. Clean, we're using professional cleaning products to make your home sparkle.
Well, you and I were talking about the wow factor. What does the wow factor mean?
Well, so the wow factor is to have customers come into the home and say, wow, my home never smelt so clean, or I've never seen vacuum lines look like this, or my faucets have never shined so shiny.
What is the best way for people to get started?
Well, the best way to get started with us is to go to maids.com, MAIDS.com. You can select one of our packages, the Ultimate Healthy Home, or the Essential 5, which is just 5 rooms if you don't need to get your whole house cleaned. Or if you'd like to give us a call, you can give us a call at our 1-800 number, 800-THE-MAID.
All right, well, it sounds super easy. I assume the process to get scheduled is also just as easy?
Yes, you can do that online. So you can actually book a clean online, and we are in the process of taking credit cards now, so you can book the whole process electronically.
If I'm very particular, do you have a space for that as well?
Yeah, so part of our wow factor is to basically try to customize cleans for individuals. So if there are specific things that you would like maybe getting the windows done on the inside, or if this is a move in, move out, doing the fridge, the oven, inside of cabinets, the things that normally aren't done in, let's say, in a regular cleaning process. We are most referred for a reason. You can check online, look at our Google reviews, and see what other customers say about the maids.
All right, well, you too can have your home sparkle. It's super easy to get started. Just go to www.maids.com. That's maids.com. We'll see you next time. Hi there, I'm Christina, and today I'm joined by Matt Wren with Tar Heel Basement Systems. If you've never taken a look what's below your crawl space of your home before, you might be surprised by what's down there. Matt's here to share some must-know tips and solutions for homeowners. Matt, if homeowners were able to look under their crawl space, what might they find?
Yeah, if a homeowner's gonna take a peek underneath their crawl space, they can poke their head in the crawl space door, and what they'll see, or what they should see, is a vapor barrier covering the dirt that's underneath their house. They'll also see their floor system, all the floor joists that's holding up their home, and the foundation wall, and then insulation in the floor system as well. Those are the basics of what should be in the crawl space.
And what should they be aware of when they have a crawl space under their home?
So unfortunately, a lot of times those crawl spaces get a little nasty over time, or a lot nasty actually. So that insulation will fall, mold will start to grow, fungal growth on those wood joists, and then there is the potential of standing water. In addition, lots of pests like to get in a crawl space, rodents, snakes, bugs, spiders, all those things can be in the crawl space. And a lot of times that vapor barrier that was put in place is crumpled up and off to the side and not really doing what it was intended to do.
So if there's moisture, and I assume coming from vapor and moisture in the crawl space, how did that get in there?
There's a couple different ways it can happen. The other thing that's also a lot of times in a crawl space is your HVAC ductwork. So especially in the summertime, when there's very cold air going through your HVAC system and you've got open vents to your crawl space, that hot air and cold air meet and it's gonna sweat. So the ductwork will be soaking wet and dripping water down. So that's one way. The humidity that we have in the coast here in North Carolina adds to it quite a bit. Now also, if there's standing water in the crawl space, most of the time that's from groundwater, where we actually have water saturating through the foundation wall and making its way into the crawl space.
So what's the solution for a wet crawl space? I assume I can't ignore it.
Definitely should not be ignored. 50% of the air you breathe on the first floor of a home comes from the crawl space, so you don't want to have a nasty environment underneath your house. So what's called encapsulating a crawl space is a very common practice, sealing up the crawl space from that humid air, putting an air system in place that's going to dehumidify, but also clean the air that you're breathing on the first floor of the house. And then if there is standing water underneath your house as well, we would put in a drainage system to take care of that and discharge that water away from your home.
Yeah, well, if you're like me, I'm not trying to go into the crawl space. That's something that you do. You definitely want to hire a professional. How easy is it to get that process started?
For sure, you're going to need a professional to do any of this type of work. If you visit tarheelbasementsystems.com, we can definitely set up a free inspection. You can also give us a call.
So once we give the office a call and set up the appointment, what happens from there? How easy is this process?
Yeah, so the first step in the process is we would set up an inspection for one of our certified field inspectors to come take a look at the house, get a history of the home, find out what's going on, then of course inspect the crawl space to see what issues are happening. And then at that point we sit down, talk through the issues, how we fix them, and what the long-term solution will be for the home.
And expectation-wise, is this something that can be handled within days, a week?
Yeah, so most of the projects themselves are going to be a 2 to 3 day project, depending on the size of the home, the extent of the issues. What we're doing is cleaning out that crawl space and then changing that environment underneath the home, sealing off the vents, putting a vapor barrier down on the ground, covering the walls, wrapping all the piers underneath the home. And then the heart of the system is the air system that's going to dehumidifier, bring your wood moisture levels down, any fungal growth will go dormant, and also purify that air that's now coming up into the home and you're breathing on the first floor.
With these types of issues, I assume they can be costly. Do you offer any type of financing or solutions for customers?
Absolutely. If a customer's not going to pay with a credit card or a check, we offer financing. We have a 0% plan for 18 months, no minimum monthly payment. Just knock out the whole investment within 18 months. You don't pay any interest.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, if you suspect you have issues in your crawl space, or you just want to have your crawl space inspected, don't try to do it yourself. Let the experts handle it. Tar Heel Basement Systems has your back. Give them a call today. We'll see you next time. Today we're spotlighting one of Wilmington's most trusted names when it comes to plumbing and irrigation, Damone Parlier Plumbing. From emergency repairs to new custom home construction to even irrigation, this local family-owned team is keeping homes and businesses running smoothly, one job at a time. I'm here with Al. He's the owner of Damone Parlier Plumbing. Al, you've been doing this quite a while. What would you say makes your company different from all the other plumbing irrigation companies out there?
What separates us is that we treat everyone the way we want to be treated. So we are a large family-owned company, and we do care what the feedback is, what other customers' opinion is, because without a customer, we don't have a company. So that is priority for us to make sure customer service is number one. And it all starts from the minute a phone call comes into our office to the dispatching of the technicians to the completion of the job. So in my opinion, that's what makes us stand out and separates us from everybody. We do a lot of donating. We give back to the community strongly. We believe how we treat people is just as important as the work that we do. That's what makes DPI different than all the other companies.
Well, that's certainly important when choosing a company to work with, because we all want to be treated the same way. So we're going to meet a lot of members from the team today. Let's go check in with the service department. I'm here with the service department manager, Jeff. Jeff, the service department is a very important part of DPI. What makes that so important?
Customer service. Customer service is our top priority. It's where we build a lot of lifelong relationships with our clients. It just starts with a phone call and the customer's need. Once we know what the customer's need is, we want to be responsive. We want to be that Johnny on the spot. We want to be honest with what the pricing is. We want to let them know ahead of time in a roundabout way what it may cost them. That way they know they're getting the best bang for their buck.
So can you also talk about some of the service offerings? I know irrigation and plumbing, but there's a whole realm inside of plumbing, including toilets. Could you just briefly give us a rundown?
Sure. So we'll do kitchen faucet installs. We do garbage disposals, toilet installs, customer provided, and we also provide a toilet as well.
Brandon, how does your team approach new projects differently, and what do builders appreciate most about working with you?
So we approach every project with a lot of careful planning and through execution. From the blueprint reading to the job itself to doing the work, we communicate with the customer every step of the way. We let them know if there are any things that need to be changed on the job, anything that isn't up to code. We communicate those things to them immediately and work from there.
Well, you're known for your customer care, your craftsmanship, and working with tight schedules. How does that all fit into large-scale projects?
Yeah, that goes back to our team. We have people in place that know how to run against deadlines. They know how to run tight schedules. They know when to put an extra crew on a job and make sure that job gets done within that timeline without compromising our craftsmanship.
So we're going to meet with the irrigation department. Let's go check in with that team member. I'm here with JP. He's the CTO. He's also in charge of the irrigation department. JP, irrigation is an important part of people's yards and daily lives. Can you tell us more about the irrigation? And I'm assuming it encompasses more than just grass.
Sure, a lot of people do think it's just grass, right? But of course, when you're serving businesses and residences, people's lawns are kind of their livelihood, especially in the spring and summer months. We just make sure that we focus on maintaining that health, that growth, and we start from scratch if we need to, so we can help design a brand new system for you. But I think what's important is people who already have these systems, we help maintain them, and we're really just one call away. And as my previous cohorts have already mentioned, we are customer first. So if someone has a question, how do we operate it? What do I need to do? I have no idea, new house, etc. We're there every step of the way, 24 hours a day.
Thank you so much. From residential to commercial, from irrigation to plumbing, these guys handle it all. Local family-owned business. Check them out online today and see the difference for yourself. Welcome back. I'm Christina Dees, and I'm joined with Jim Willis, the owner of Willis Roofing. With over 20 years experience, Willis Roofing has seen it all. Jim, tell us, what is your expertise with Willis Roofing?
I would say our expertise is in fortified. We do a lot of the Strengthen Your Roof grants. So those are, just going crazy out here right now. So if you're on a barrier island in North Carolina, the chances are you probably, are good for that grant. You will need to be part of the NCIUA or JUA insurance for the wind and hail. And insurance claims. If you have any wind-driven rain or you have any damage to your shingles or anything, we're there to help you through the whole process and work with the insurance company and you to make sure that you get taken care of fairly.
Well, having been in the business this long and seen it all, what is the question that you get asked most?
The question I get asked most is probably, do we offer these grants and do we work with insurance companies? That's probably two of the most I get, and I'm always happy to say absolutely on both of those.
All right, well, we're going to hear not just from Jim, but a testimonial from one of his customers. So let's check in with him. I'm here with Joe Koval. He is a customer of Willis Roofing. Joe, there's a lot of roofers out there, a lot of options. What made you choose to go with Willis Roofing?
Well, primarily it was word of mouth recommendation. There are so many contractors that come into our neighborhood, and word of mouth is very important to my wife and I. In dealing with Jimmy and his company, we've had him do inspections yearly of our roof, and he didn't immediately say, yeah, you needed a new roof. He would say, well, there's a couple of minor repairs that I can address for you, which he did. And when it came time for the full roof, we knew Jimmy was the right answer.
Well, now that you've had the work done, would you recommend Willis Roofing and why? What stands out most?
Well, the workmanship, nothing comes close. He even self-corrected a few things once the work was complete, which we loved. We loved the fact that he has his own quality assurance, on his own. Showed up when they were committed to show up. They were clean. They were always professional. Jimmy and his wife are fantastic to work with, and just overall ecstatic with the job well done. We've already received a call from another household within our community asking us our opinion. And we told them we highly recommend Jimmy and his company.
Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Well, now that we've heard from one of your customers who talks about he found you through testimonials, word of mouth, what are some signs and symptoms that customers and homeowners should look for to know when to call?
I would say looking for algae growth is a big one. If you're seeing algae, it can allow water to penetrate those shingles a lot of times. If you have a low slope roof, it's better to get an inspection, at least once a year because they're way more susceptible to damage. And then I would say any curling or buckling of the shingles is pretty important, and obviously missing shingles. So, but I would always take advantage of our free inspection offer. You don't pay anything. Obviously, we're not going to sell you a roof unless you need one, but be happy to go up there and take a look for you.
Well, thank you so much. It's better to be safe than sorry. I would take him up on his offer for that free roof inspection. You can go to willisroofs.com to get started, or you can give them a call. We'll see you next time. Coastal homes face tough conditions, salty air, humidity, and harsh sun. But doesn't mean they have to be weathered all the time. In this episode of Welcome Home, we're meeting with the woman-owned team at A+ Pro Services who's bringing the sparkle back to coastal living. This is Sheila Smeltzer. She's the owner of A+ Pro Services. Sheila, how did you get started?
I got started in the window cleaning industry by moving to Brunswick County after being raised in the Midwest and really just raised with service in my blood. And I discovered that there are a number of retirees moving to the area that built houses too big that they couldn't take care of. And so I identified a need, and that was really access to different various parts of these large homes, and also things like window cleaning and house washing and services like that.
So through window cleaning, you've added more services on top of that, and now you have a plethora of services that you offer. Tell us about the services.
Yeah, we have an entire menu. When you start as a professional window cleaner, it's a very detail-oriented method, okay? So now, as working for different clients and just identifying the wants and needs that they have, we've got everything from roof cleaning, solar panel cleaning, gutter cleaning, house washing, everything out to the edge of the driveway. So it's just become very natural to be able to build on our menu and keeping everything very complementary to each other.
What would you say makes your company stand out among all the other companies out there? What do you do differently that makes you shine?
Oh man, well, first of all, experience. I mean, I have always learned everything the hard way, but I've always taken every opportunity to learn and grow. And so just having the experience of working in the southeastern climate, working in the homeowners associations and working in these different communities that we're very used to has just taught me everything that has led us to where we are today. But also there's a lot of industry involvement. I've been very engaged in the window cleaning, pressure washing, and janitorial industries since 2006. Other than that, it is really listening to our clients over the years, like I have said, and building relationships with them and just really catering and hearing how they want these services done, and that's how we've molded what we do.
What do homeowners need to know about living in such proximity to the beach?
So I've identified 8 environmental threats of living on the southeastern coast, very specific to our area. The 3 are the biological threats, which are your mold, mildew, algae. But then we get into oxidation, which is UV exposure, corrosion, which is salt exposure. Tree canopy and over impeding landscape is a huge threat to homes, and also environmental staining. So there's a number of things, but most people do not understand that if they live within 5 miles of the beach, if the crow flew, all of the exterior materials that make and build their home deteriorate 50 times faster. So just by investing in preventative maintenance, we can deter the long-term investment of repair and replacement.
Well, let's go back to services just for a minute because we were talking about you have routine, you have non-routine, and you have preventative, which I assume is really important. So tell us more about those.
Okay, so routine services are removing just normal dirt and debris that accumulate on any surface. Non-routine services include anything that includes stain removal, where now you have a stain that's embedded into a surface. So that requires what we call restoration. So we call it non-routine, it's the same as restoration. But then we also have another segment of the company where we do preventative services. So let's talk about future maintenance, let's talk about prevention, keeping things looking nice so that we don't let them build up and get ugly. So now we have services that actually can apply coatings, glass coatings, roof coatings, concrete coatings that prevent these stains from embedding, and we can just stay on normal routine services that are less costly.
And last question, you were saying 60% of your business is homeowners.
Yes.
I'm sure you stay really busy with that, but you also do a lot of commercial.
Yes, we have close to 7,000 clients on our homeowner database. Homeowners associations, property owners associations, commercial buildings of any sort. We can offer a turnkey cleaning package from interior to exterior all the way out to the edge of the parking lot, high dusting, vacuuming, floor care, you name it.
Well, thank you so much. Yes. Don't let your biggest investment break down over time. Give A+ Pro Services a call to get started today. We'll see you next time. You can watch any of these segments or find more information on foxwilmington.com.